Hello Valentine's Day lovers, my name is Bob Koppler. I'm part of the ownership group here at Edera Italian Eatery. I'm here with our fabulous chef, Andrew Simon, and his wonderful wife who's joined us today, Crystal.
Hello.
Crystal, welcome to Edera. And Andrew's going to show us how to make the items in your Valentine's Day gift box. One's going to be the pancetta wrapped bistro steak. And the second is going to be the Garganelli Pasta. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did. So now we're going to talk about the Garganelli box. We're going to talk about the ingredients and the prep for it and what comes whole and what needs to be chopped and what you need to do for mise en place. As you see in our box, we do pretty much everything in-house here, even from our pastas to our sauces to everything. We don't grow our own vegetables. It'd be awesome if we could, but we do make everything in-house. So the first one is our basil pesto, which we make in-house, which has oil, garlic, Parmesan cheese, and some lemon juice. And next is our house-made Garganelli pasta, which comes from, we have, it's going to be semolina flour and whole eggs. Then we have beautiful extruders downstairs that cut it, make it easier for us, makes it easier for you. And then we have this beautiful grated, finely Grana cheese, which is very similar to a Parmesan, a little more drier, but it is delicious and finishes well on each pasta. Back here we have some beautiful cherry tomatoes that you will need to half, like we did already. Right in front of that is some beautiful artichokes that are already done. You can chop those down if you want. I leave them whole or kind of pick them to be a little thinner so they're not as much as bite in the pasta. We have some broccolini that we'll call them whole. We kind of made into coins, made little florets of the actual florets on the front, and then we kind of chopped it down. The middle back, these two we're talking about right now are going to be done for you. So we have some beautiful pickled shallots and some pickled fennel. Okay, so these will be already pickled for you. You'll have to do nothing for them if you wanted to leave them out at room temperature so they kind of bring up so they're not too cold, but that's what we'll do for those. Are we live?
Yep.
Oh, okay, here we go. So we need to get a pot of water up to a boil with seasoned, should taste like the ocean, that saltiness, and it'll take about 3 to 5 minutes to cook this pasta to al dente. So like I said,
And al dente is a little bit of crunch to it.
to the two, so it should have to the two, so it should not be mushy and it should not be hard.
Okay.
Okay. While that water is getting up to a nice simmer, we're gonna go up and start making getting our pan sauce and garnishes put together. So, medium-high heat in a skillet. We're gonna start off with a bit of oil, which is down there. Okay.
Back to a little bit of oil.
Yep. So your first thing is going to be how I do it. Is you're gonna go with your most uncooked vegetables. So it's gonna be your broccolini because it's still raw. So you're gonna add. Nope, you're just gonna add once it gets hot. Once it gets hot.
A little bit of smoke.
I see a little bit.
Smoke.
Half of it. Okay.
Okay. After that.
Let it go for a minute.
Oh, whoa, that's coffee. Ooh.
So that's going well. Go ahead and add half of your tomatoes.
Okay.
Give it a stir. So we're not going to cook this forever because we don't want our tomatoes to break down. So we kind of want to keep it nice and raw as possible. So we're going to, which you could probably finish if you wanted to, but I like when it's a little more cooked or whatnot. So go into your artichokes, about 3 or 4 of them.
So we're not cooking them long.
And just flip that skillet in your corner.
It's too far in the thing.
It's alright. That's the color. The chart is great. You gotta move quite fast.
A lot of action.
I'll bring it to you.
Yeah, that's great. That's
Let's
all.
just flip the skillet.
I don't know. It's like
Flip the
overly.
skillet. Oh god.
Oh, you see that flip?
Look at that.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
Learned it today, alright? Add those shallots. Like, you know, not as much garlic as in the actual asparagus. I'll tell you what.
Don't be crazy on the garlic.
Mas. More. Perfect. Okay.
More, not enough. Okay, I'm feeling good about this one.
Okay. So now we're gonna let that cook for a little longer, and then we're
What
gonna.
color it has?
It's a very, very light, very easy dish. Okay. Now
What is this?
that's white wine. So
Oh, wait.
pull your skillet off a little bit.
Off the heat.
Hit the heat. It might flare up on you a little bit.
Ooh.
Keep going a little more.
You can go heavy on this so it burns out?
Yeah.
Okay.
It brings sweetness to the thing. That's it. Let me come up here. Okay. Bring it back to the stove top. And now we're gonna add a little stock. Okay. So now what that's gonna do is we're gonna let that cook down. Same thing as the asparagus. We want enough liquid in there to emulsify it. So what we're gonna do,
So pretty.
we're gonna reduce that heat. Go ahead and drop your pasta in. Right in the basket, obviously.
I was gonna put it in the. I was gonna put it in. Oh.
Wait.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll stir it around a little bit.
Yeah. there goes. It broke up right there.
Okay.
We're just warming this up.
Correct. Okay. So I'll go ahead and pour it in there for you. Okay. Ready?
Yep. Move it away. It makes me a little nervous there. Perfect.
So now toss your pasta.
All right,
So
let's see if I can
that
get it
remaining liquid in there, that skillet, is going to help.
Oh!
Nice job there. It's going to help us emulsify this butter. So you might have to add a little more liquid to it to make sure your butter doesn't break. But this is not going to be a huge sauce. It's going to be very light, very easy, where the butter's just going to coat enough of the pasta, not swim in it. Okay.
Getting gutsy over here with that
Yes,
flip.
you are. So reduce your heat. We're going to start adding in some butter.
Like 3 pieces?
Let's go crazy and go 4 or 5. Okay.
Butter and pasta can't go wrong there.
Okay, so now that butter, you're gonna have to start agitating your skillet to get that butter. You're gonna agitate your skillet, so you're gonna have to be. Oh boy.
I'm doing good here. Learn from the best. Keep going.
Yeah. It should be like rapid fire here. It should be like your arm should be sore by the time
Well,
you're
my
done
arm
this.
is sore. It's falling. Hands weigh a ton.
And so usually most
That was a good one.
most pastas will finish with fresh herbs. We're not gonna finish with fresh herbs because we have the basil pesto, so it's gonna be that nice, nutty, herby, refreshing on top. So we'll finish with
I
that.
think all my butter's melted.
Okay, so kill the heat. As long as it's coated. So
Oh,
now.
yeah. Let's do it.
So now you need a season. So we're gonna add a little bit of grated parm. Or you wanna do your thing.
And salt.
Grated parm. Salt's right here. Okay. And then we're gonna check with our
Is
acid.
this just to flavor, like how much
Yeah,
cheese I want?
you're good. Yeah, just to help. Yeah, just to flavor. Yeah. Okay. And remember, so not as much acid as one is the asparagus, but we're gonna have the pickled fennel on top, so it's gonna bring some more acid to it as well. So it doesn't
Just
get
light.
crazy. Okay. Yeah, try it.
It's delicious.
More salt? No?
No.
Okay. So we're good with that, and we're gonna come here and we're gonna start plating it then. So now it's gonna be very simple. We're just gonna add it into our bowl. We can plate it however you want. There's no wrong or right reason to plate any way we want. So we're gonna go into one of our white bowls here. So the pasta that we finished, the butter should coat the noodle. Should be swimming in it. Okay. Do that. Go into there. So. Nope, so what we're gonna do next is you're gonna go crazy with this grating Parmesan right here. So go to town, just like you did with Lila.
No, we should
Grady, 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 yep.
better do that.
Yep. Oh my god, you're like, I think you're missing
Snow and
half, you're
cheese.
missing half the bowl. Oh,
Okay.
perfect, okay, so now we're gonna go into our basil pesto. Kind of dollop around your pasta. That's gonna be your herbs. Like I said, we didn't finish with any herbs here, but we are gonna have this basil pesto that's gonna have that very fragrant of that basil and acid, so it's gonna help break it up as well. Okay. And last but not least, you're gonna take a little pickled fennel right on top.
The center.
Yep. That's gonna bring that nice anise,
About
and it's
that
gonna
much?
bring more acid, a little more.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
And that would be our final
Hey,
dish for our Garganelli pasta.
that looks beautiful. Love, love, love the